Today we are going to discuss MOSFET capacitances. Contents that we are going to discuss. First we'll see what is the capacitance, then the different type of the capacitance is present in the MOSFET. First we are going to cover the gate capacitance, then after that we'll see the diffusion capacitance, and at the last we will see the gate capacitance model. In that we will cover intrinsic gate capacitance and the gate overlap capacitance. So first of all, what do you mean by the capacitance? So you know that whenever the two conductors are separated by an insulator, there is existence of the capacitance. So in the MOSFET, you know that the different dopings are present, different semiconducting materials are there, gate, source, drain, and body is there. That is nothing but the substrate. So these are forming the conducting plates, and whatever the insulators are formed by oxide layer or the different depletion region present between the different junctions. And this gives the existence of the capacitance present in the MOSFET. So in that, the first capacitance we are going to see, that is nothing but the gate to channel capacitance. Means the gate terminal is there and channel is formed between the source and drain, and both the things are separated by a oxide layer, and this gives the presence of the gate capacitance, and this creates the channel charge necessary for the operation of the MOSFET. Second type of the capacitance in the MOSFET is nothing but the source and drain capacitances towards the body. So you have the source and the drain regions made up of N-type material, and the body is there made up of P-type material in case of the N-channel MOSFET. And source and the body and the drain and body, these are forming the conducting plates of the capacitance, and whatever the depletion region present between the source and body or the capacitance and body is forming the insulator. And means what? This capacitance is present across the reverse bias PN junction, and this capacitance is also called as the diffusion capacitance, and this is because source and drain diffusion present in the MOSFET. So let us see first capacitance, that is the gate capacitance. So here we will see the gate capacitance example towards the source terminal. So here is the gate formed, and the oxide layer is present here, and the source is here made up of N-type material, and here is the drain made up of the N-type material again, and the body is made up of P-type material. So the CGS, the capacitance between the gate and source, means this is the gate and the source. Whatever the channel is formed here towards the source terminal, that source terminal and the gate terminal is separated by the oxide layer. So oxide layer is forming the insulator, and the gate and source channel is forming the two of the conductors. So whatever the capacitance present between the gate and source is given by here epsilon OX WL divided by TOX. So what is the epsilon OX? This is nothing but the permittivity of the oxide layer. So what is the W? W is nothing but it's the width of the channel, and L is the length of the channel present in the MOSFET. And TOX is nothing but here, it is the height of the oxide layer present in the MOSFET. So CGS is given by epsilon OX WL by TOX. Again, we can call it as COX W into L. So this capacitance per micron into the width. So capacitance per micron is approximately equals to 2 femtofarad per mm. So what is the femto? Femto is equals to 10 raised to minus 15. So this is the example of the gate capacitance toward the source terminal. Again, similar capacitance is present between the gate and the drain terminal, and this is called as the CGD. And again, the third capacitance for the gate is present between the gate terminal and the body terminal or the substrate terminal, that we are going to discuss in detail. The second capacitance is present here. We are calling it as a diffusion capacitance. So there are two types of the diffusion capacitance, CSB and CDB. What is the CSB? CSB is the capacitance present between the source and the body, and this capacitance present between the drain and the body. How is the presence of this capacitor? Generally, these are undesirable. These are also called the parasitic capacitances. These capacitances are affecting the circuit performance. And you know that the capacitance depends on the area and perimeter. Now we will see how the diffusion capacitances are formed. So we are having the two n-type materials here. This is nothing but the source terminal, and this is nothing but the drain terminal or the drain area. And this area is nothing but the body or the substrate. So now a PN junction is formed here between the source and body and drain and body. So whenever we are applying the polarities for the operation of the MOSFET, the reverse bias is produced between source and body and drain and body. And because of this reverse bias condition of the MOSFET, there is the production of the depletion region around this PN junction. So this depletion region acts as insulator, and the source terminal and the body terminal is acting as the conducting plates of the capacitor. So now two conducting plates separated by an insulator gives the presence of the capacitor. So as there are two n-type materials, these are separated by the depletion region. With respect to the body terminal, there are two capacitances present. First capacitance, this is present between the source and body, the source terminal and the body terminal. So this is called as CSB. The capacitance CSB, that is nothing but the capacitance present between source and body. And second capacitance here, this is called a CDB, means the capacitance present between the drain and the body. So this source and the drain region gives the presence of the diffusion capacitance present with respect to the body terminal or the body region that is made up of p-type material. Now we are going to see the detailed gate capacitance model. So first, the intrinsic gate capacitance CG is given by, it is a combination of the CGS, CGD and the CGB. So what is the CG? Is the gate capacitance. CGS is the gate capacitance with respect to gate and source. CGD is nothing but the gate capacitance present between the gate and drain, and this gate capacitance present between the gate and body. So this is the model, the tabular form shown here. So we'll see the presence of the gate capacitance in the three different regions. So now let us consider the cutoff condition. So you know that in cutoff condition, no any formation of the channel is there. 2N channel or the 2N type materials are not separated by a channel. There is the gap. No any physical channel is present between the 2N type materials. Only there is the P-type material present surrounding this N channel. Sorry, N-type material. Now, which type of the capacitor is present here? So now you can see that in the cutoff region, only the CGB is present, and the CGB's value is given by the CO, that is the cutoff capacitance. So why this is so? Because no any channel is present, the gate terminal is acting as one of the conducting plate, the body terminal is acting as the second conducting plate, and it is separated by the oxide layer. So there is the formation of the capacitance, and this capacitance is given by CO. So in cutoff region, only one capacitance is present, that is the CGB. Now in linear region, what happens? A uniform channel is present between the two N-type material. So what happened here? There is the conducting plate acting as the source and the drain channel, and the gate is the second conducting material, and it is separated by the insulator, that is nothing but the oxide layer. So we are going to see in linear region there are two forms of the capacitance. First is the CGS and second one is the CGD. As the channel is uniform, both the values of the capacitance with respect to source and drain values are same. That is given by CO by 2, CO by 2. Since the channel is uniform, means gate with respect to source and the gate with respect to drain. So in linear region, we are having both capacitance present, CGS and CGD. So we'll see the last condition, that is the saturation region. What happens in the saturation region? The channel pinches off. The channel pinches off means towards the drain, there is no any channel present. Okay, so approximately the channel vanishes towards the drain terminal. So whatever the capacitance present in the saturation region, that is only the gate to source capacitance, and its value is 2/3 of the Cu, that is the capacitance present at the cutoff. So you can say that in the saturation region, which capacitance is more effective? The CGS capacitance is effective, and the value of the CGD is equals to 0 in saturation. So in cutoff region, the CGB is present. In linear region, the CGS and CGD, both the capacitances are present, and in saturation region, only the CGS capacitance is present. Here we can see the same capacitances values as a function of VGS and VDS. So here the first plot shows the different capacitances present with respect to the value of VGS. When VGS equals to 0 means this is the condition of the cutoff region. The value of capacitance is equals to CO. That is only the CGB is present for the value of VGS less than VT. Means for cutoff region, the value of the capacitance is the CGB here. This dotted line shows the presence of CGB. Then in the linear region, when your VGS value is greater than VT, both the capacitances CGS and the CGD are present. Here, this same thing is shown here with respect to variations in the VDS. So here we are getting the value of CGS and the CGD here. We can say that at the saturation point, we are getting the value of the CGS present only, that is equals to 2/3 of CO. But the value of CGD becomes equals to 0 in case of the saturation condition. So this plot is the variation of the gate capacitance with respect to VGS and with respect to VDS. Now next, second gate capacitance shown here, this is called as the gate overlap capacitance. You know that we are having the gate present here, and that gate is overlapping on the some part of the source region and some part of the drain region. So this overlapping is giving you the presence of the capacitance here. So this overlapping capacitance is called a CGS overlap. Means what? The overlapping present between the gate and source gives the presence of this capacitance, and the overlapping between the gate and drain gives the second capacitance. This is called a CGD overlap. So two capacitance overlap capacitance, CGS overlap and the CGD overlap is present. This is the total capacitance model of the MOSFET. So you know that the four terminals are there, and in that four terminals there are in between capacitances are present. The capacitance between the gate and source is CGS. The capacitance between the gate and drain is CGD. Between the drain and body, CDB, and between the source and body is CSB. And the gate and body capacitance is shown here, that is nothing but the CGB. So now let us conclude the things here. So MOSFETs are providing the capacitances because of the conducting material and the different insulating material separating the conducting plates. So since there are number of conducting materials used in the MOSFETs and different insulating materials, there is production of the different capacitances we have seen. So CGB, that is the gate to body, is dominant in which case? In cutoff region, because no any formation of the channel is there. So only the gate towards the body is separated by the oxide layer. It is dominant in the cutoff region. So in linear region, as there is a formation of channel, the capacitance present between the gate and source and the gate and drain, and this value is equal in case of the linear region because of the uniformity of the channel towards the source and the drain. But in saturation region, CGS is dominant because the channel vanishes towards the drain terminal. So whatever the presence of the conducting plate is there, that is toward the source only. And because of that, that gives the presence of the CGS, that is the gate to source capacitance. And at the last, the diffusion capacitances are produced or present across the reverse biasing junction, that is P and N junction, that is the junction formed between source and body, and the junction formed between the drain and body. Because of the depletion region that separates the source and body and the drain and body. So here we have seen the different capacitances present in the MOSFET, the gate capacitances and the diffusion capacitances. Thank you very much.